Do not quit your day job. So can I break this down as to why we're talking about this? So I was having a conversation with a very close friend. And number one, I told him I would have this conversation on the podcast. And he was like, so you want me to listen to your podcast instead of listening to me? I was like, no. But I think that we had very important parts of that conversation. And I thought it would be useful sharing because everybody everywhere is telling you to quit your job. And one of the things the hard dogs have never told you to do is
quit your job.
I
ain't never going to tell nobody that. I'm not going to tell nobody that. I mean, unless it's a close friend, they're telling me their personal situation, and then we weigh the options, and then okay. But I'm not going to be one that is on social media or any platform just saying, yeah, go ahead, quit the job. You know, everybody's decision is so personal, so.
Yeah. So we were having this conversation, and he was like, yo, Tone, I'm thinking about quitting my job, but he's not thinking, I'm thinking about taking a leap. So name of this episode is going to be Don't Take the Leap. Don't jump into the ocean. Don't be
the frog.
What's the frog?
They leap.
Frogs leap. I guess they leap, right? They jump. But do not jump off that bridge. Do not leave that job. And before that was the end of the conversation, but I did want to tell you guys, we want to give you guys some actionable advice if you are thinking about it, or what would you do before you take that leap if you are thinking about it. So the first thing before anyone should quit their job or take that leap, you should think about the worst case scenario.
I think there's a lot of first things. Worst case scenario, pros and cons, emergency fund, why you want to leave. Yeah, all of those things are like first thing to me.
So where you want to start with?
Yeah, I don't know what would be most of the time when you're hesitant to leave, maybe it's around finances, or the biggest thing everybody says is, how you going to get your benefits, medical benefits? Those are the two things that I hear a lot when people are considering leaving, right? Money, how am I going to get money? So let's go that route.
Okay.
I don't know. How are you going to get money? That's the question that you have to answer. If you don't have a business or I don't know. How else are you going to get money legally, I should say. That's important. But then even with a business, I would say for us, we had went back and forth a million times of when we are going to quit. And I am still at my 9 to 5. So we went back and forth a million times when we're going to quit, when we make our revenue, when we double it, it just kept getting pushed back. Right. But what is that number that you need to feel comfortable? How are you going to make money? How are you going to sustain? When it comes to businesses, it doesn't just go like this. It goes up, it goes down. Those months that it's going down, do you have enough money on the side from the months that it went up? Are you able to manage that? Sometimes we had an episode where we spoke about your relationship with money. So what is your relationship with money? Can you manage that when the business goes up and down? Can you manage it when whatever the reason is that you're leaving fluctuates? So I would say finances is a big thing. And prior to leaving as well, there is obviously medical coverage outside of the job. Now, it is also a higher price outside of the job because your job pays for majority of it and the rest bit comes out of your check. Find out what the price would be, so you have an idea of how much you're paying monthly. At one point we looked into that for ourselves. If we kept all of our providers, meaning all the people that we go to, all the doctors that we like to go to for us, our child, how much would we have to pay every month to keep this? If you have an HSA, a FSA, how much would you have to pay? I think those things are important to know before you just decide, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm up and out. So money and benefits, kind of planning that would be important.
Yeah, and starting something before you actually leave your job. So
absolutely.
If we talk about creating options outside your 9 to 5, and one of the things I highly recommend you do if you are thinking about leaving, start whatever it is before you leave. Do not wait to leave and then start the thing, because now you're going to be struggling and forcing that whatever that thing is to make you money every single month. So if I started, like for us, we started our cleaning business. You guys know the story. We created our cleaning business, and our goal was to pay off $114,000 of debt.
Right.
But we kept our cleaning business for 5 years before we left our jobs. Mm-hmm. So we started that 5 years ago, and now 7 total. But we started 5 years before we actually left. So it was able to grow and become its own thing. So we wasn't forced to say this cleaning business has to make us money now.
Yeah.
Because if you start something that has to make you money now, you're gonna be struggling. You're gonna be pushing it. You're gonna be like, I hate this thing. It's never going to work because now it is forced to make you money. So I would definitely tell someone to start that thing before they even think about leaving, and then allowing it to create options down the line. And we good?
Yeah.
Okay, Janoka's texting somebody mid-podcast.
Our nanny? Are you kidding? Somebody.
So start that thing before it's time to leave so that you're not forced to, and I said this too, I was like, they call it, you're not forced to eat the eggs that the golden goose lay. You ever heard that?
I heard the golden goose. I don't know.
So for example,
me to eat
it. For example, you start something, right? Let's say you start this side hustle and it's become your golden goose, meaning it is creating income for you. Now the golden goose lays eggs. That eggs is extra money. So the golden goose is the business or the job, whatever you start, and the golden goose's eggs are the money. You start eating the money up so fast, now there's no more eggs left. So when there's no more eggs left, where do you go to eat next?
I got to do another business or something.
You go to eat the golden goose. So now you don't have anything. So I definitely recommend starting something outside your job so you're not forced to have to grow it and expand it so fast after you leave.
And then only you know what makes you comfortable to leave, right?
Yeah.
Because some people be like, well, my business did good for 3 months, I'm out. Or like you see, I mean, I see this all the time on TikTok, but like companies that gone viral within a month or 2 months, they leave their job. And then sometimes it slows down or sometimes it stays up, right? So only you know when is the time to leave. For us, we are not, we spoke about this in another episode too, we don't really take a lot of risks. So we're very like triple, double padded, locked up to make sure that
she be making stuff up.
Locked up to make sure that we have everything that we think we need. Now, for some, they be like, wait, that's way too much. You probably don't need that. And they're probably right, but that works for us. So for you, when you're thinking about it, what are the things that you need exactly? How much money is it that you need? What is it when it comes to benefits? What are those things that you require? And being realistic with yourself of what that looks like.
Yeah.
I think that depends on where you live, if you got kids, if you got a partner, if you're helping pay for other things, you know, all those things play into that.
And then if you set that baseline number, like what you're comfortable, what you need to make, now you have a goal for whatever this thing on the side of your 9 to 5 is to get to that goal. Now when it comes to making that jump, you have to create the bridge. So there's a bridge from your 9 to 5 to your side hustle or your side business or whatever you want to call it. And your goal is to get as close to that bridge as possible so that when you make the jump, you actually get to the other side. You don't want to land in the water and there's sharks and they eat you and you die. You don't want that. I had to get graphic on them. I want to let y'all know, do not quit your day job. So
the sharks are eating you.
They are going to eat you alive.
Maybe.
They might. They're going to eat you alive?
Outside of finance, wait, are you finished with that point? Sorry.
No, you're cutting me off.
Okay, go ahead.
So you want to get that bridge as close as possible. So let's say you make $100,000 in your job. Now you may not be able to make $100,000 on that side hustle for a couple years, but if you say, all right, I make $100,000, but I really only need 60 to live. If you get that bridge close enough to 60, you can make that jump and you can figure it out from there. Versus you living on 100 and your thing is only making 10. You are not making that jump. It's going to be a lot harder. Now, if you say, I'm going to cut down my expenses and make it work, That's all for that.
Yeah.
You're going to grind. You're going to make it work. I'm all for that. But do not set that expectation so high that you're going to live on that same lifestyle too. Take that 9 to 5 income and start building that thing.